thought you'd be finished by now. We were so long dawdling over lunch.
It's all right. This is the last one. The others are all ready to go in the hamper behind the screen. This dress was just too delicate to crush up in the hamper.
Oh, you are good. You know, I hate clearing up after a show. It's just so boring.
It's sad too, isn't it? The company breaking up, unless that is you've got something else to look forward to.
Well, as it happens, it seems that we're too involved to break up. A nest of vipers we may be, but at least we know it. Oh God, my head. I hope I'm not getting another migraine.
I'm making some coffee. I'll get it. I could do with the cup. I always keep some on the go when I'm busy packing. Would you like a cup?
Thanks. Yes, perhaps I will. I left before having any coffee. The wine's making me feel so sleepy.
I'll get it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I know how you like it. Strong, black and sweet.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Oh, is something wrong?
Well, there are some photographs here of Millie and I when we first met. We were so much younger and, you know, we tried to be in the height of fashion. And now we look so dreadfully dowdy. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe she's dead. Poor Millie.
I expect you miss her, knowing her for so long.
I miss her more than I thought possible.
No, I know how you feel. I had a girlfriend who died of a drug overdose when she was 16. I think of her even now. You know, she was the only real friend I ever had.
Oh, that's a shame. Still, there's no point in dwelling on the past. I know Millie wouldn't have wanted me to mope. Life goes on.
I suppose so. That is, if you've got something to look forward to.
Well, as it happens, I have. I'm lucky. There's Ed's new play. That's what we were celebrating, actually.
Mr. Gibb has a new play. How exciting. What's it about?
It's about two middle-aged women, two middle-aged actresses, one of whom is murdered, and the suspicion falls on the other one.
Oh, bit of a coincidence.
What do you mean?
Well, what happened here?
Oh, there's no parallel. Millie was not murdered, and I certainly didn't murder her.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I just meant the play is about two actresses and one of them dies, that's all. Does anybody die in this new play, or what happens?
I don't know. I haven't read it. Like all playwrights, Ed wants to keep everything close to his chest until the last minute. I think he's afraid that somebody might steal his plot.
You know, I know how he feels. I want to write, and I shall be like that. Jealous of my ideas, possessive of my characters, and I certainly wouldn't want to discuss the plot until I was sure about it.
Oh, what is it that you want to write? Plays or something more serious like the Great British Novel?
I don't know, perhaps both, but they will be thrillers. I've made up my mind about that. Thrillers or ghost stories.
Oh, you like the creepy stuff?
Well, I do rather. When I was a little girl, I used to read the ghost stories of M.R. James just to get to sleep.
Good heavens! Reading ghost stories to get to sleep? I would have thought they'd be guaranteed to keep you awake.
In my case, reality was much more horrific.
Oh, how odd. Oh, this is good. You do make a good cup of coffee. And you're not bad backstage either, except for the flapping. But that comes with experience, learning how to keep your cool.
Oh, I know. Justin is such a good example. He's taught me so much. I'd love to work with him again. Is he going to be company manager for Mr. Gibb's new play?
Well, did he say he was?
Sort of.
Oh, well, I suppose he is then. Where is he, anyway? Eavesdropping at the door?
You sound as if you don't like him.
Oh, I love him. Where is he?
He put a note on the main door to say the show was cancelled and where they could get their money back, and then as far as I know he went.
He went?
Well, back to town.
Well, he might have said goodbye.
Oh, he said he'd be in touch.
Oh, well, I'm sure he will be, but, I mean, there's absolutely no hurry. Ed's new play is not about to get off the ground. It all depends on Pearl's millions.
Pearl's millions? Do you think she's got millions?
Well, she says she has.
And she talked about her manor house and all that, did she?
Oh, you know about that. Apparently, her late husband was something big in oil.
Sounds like a sardine.
That's what I thought.
Well, he might have left her a bob or two, but I doubt she's got any now.
Why do you say that?
Well, I got to know Guy, her son, quite well. You must remember him.
Oh, I do. Pearl was always worried about Millie chasing him.
She needn't have. He's not interested in women.
Oh, how did you find that out?
The usual way.
I see. And he told you that Pearl didn't have any money?
She did have at one time, but Guy soon got through when his old man died. I think Pearl's like the rest of us, struggling to exist.
Oh, God, if that's true. Poor old Ed. Poor old me. Oh, shit, I'm really fed up now.
Oh, sorry to break the news.
How could she let us down like that? I suppose I better go and break the news to Ed before he starts booking theatres and things.
Oh, no, don't go yet. Let's clear up and we can go over together. She's more likely to admit it if I'm with you.
I suppose you're right. Oh, let poor old Ed dwell in his fool's paradise for a little bit longer. Oh, shit, shit, shit!
I know how you feel.
You don't. How can you know?
I was hoping for work as well. I could do with it.
Well, so could we all.
Oh, well, I'll get something. It's usually easier backstage than acting. I've never worried about acting. You see, my mother was an actress and it rather put me off.
Oh, why?
Oh, she was so busy I never saw her.
Well, acting is a very demanding profession. Oh, I need some more coffee. I feel so sleepy. Too much wine. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Of course, Justin says there's insurance. I hope he's right, because if he isn't, I'm broke. But then so is he. How could I get to my age and do what I've done and yet end up with nothing? In fact, with debts. It's bloody ridiculous.
It's bad luck. You don't deserve it. You've had quite an illustrious career. I know because I followed it with great interest.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. I'm rather flattered.
Well, it was inevitable once I knew who you were.
Who I was?
Well, I followed your career because you reminded me of someone. I had no real prototype, no real mother. So in a way, I invented one. She was glamorous, beautiful, self-assured, all the things I was not. Sometimes I would look for this prototype in my foster mothers, but she was never there, and I could never conform to be the child they wanted me to be. They tried so hard. My longest placement was with a couple who tried very hard to make me conform.
Oh, I hope they weren't cruel to you. I hate that, hearing about such things.
No, to their own lights they weren't. They just wanted to improve me, that's all. They never hit me or anything, but they were very strict. All my misdemeanours were recorded in a punishment book with the date. The punishment I hated the most was having to write out 100 times, "I must obey my parents," when I knew very well that they weren't my parents.
Oh, it must have been awful for you.
It was. I ran away and I kept on running, but it was no good. Wherever they placed me, I was always unhappy, always rebellious. Different homes, different schools, different parents, and none of them mine.
It's strange, isn't it, the way we act together every night, and yet we don't really know one another.
That suited me, really, the anonymity. I liked nobody knowing about me.
It's not that we didn't care.
Oh, it's just that you weren't interested.
No, not at all. It's just that the play is always more important.
Oh, yes, make-believe is always more important than reality. All theatricals know that. Did you ever have any children, Addie?
No, I didn't. I was always far too busy with my career.
Now my foster mothers didn't have careers. Their careers were caring for other people's children.
Well, that's admirable, of course, each to his own.
Oh, yes, their own. But they weren't their own, these children. Do you think you can love someone else's children like your own?
I have no idea. That is one subject on which I must plead complete ignorance.
Now, it would have been all right, you see, if my mother, my real mother, had agreed to have me adopted. She would never give her consent. So I had to be fostered time and time again. Different parents all pretending to care about me when they couldn't care about me and not the way I wanted to be cared about. And at 16, I ran away for the last time with my friend, the friend who died, and she helped me find my real mother.
What happened?
Oh, we found her, and I wrote her a letter. But she didn't want to know about me. She had a career to think about. Apparently, I was an embarrassment to her. And then my friend died. And I didn't care about anything else for a while. It would make a good play, don't you think?
Only if it had a strong ending.
Oh, it has a very strong ending.
Did you hear the door? I think they must be coming back.
The stage door is locked, Mother.
Don't call me that, it's not true.
Do you deny you had a child? Do you deny it?
No, I don't deny it. There was a child, but I don't believe that child grew up to be you. I don't believe it.
And what happened to your child?
She was fostered, she was adopted. I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Your own child? You're not sure?
You're very judgmental. You don't understand. I was young. I was hard up. I was struggling with my career. I couldn't cope with a child. I just couldn't.
So you abandoned me?
It wasn't you. I don't believe it.
Oh, I wrote to you when I was 16. Don't you remember? I desperately needed help.
I got a lot of begging letters in those days. I was usually very generous. I expect I sent you money.
You sent me £100. £100 for a ruined life.
I don't accept that. I don't accept that you're my child. I don't accept that you're anything to do with me.
I could prove it. I could embarrass you by proving it. My birth certificate bears your real name. Annie March. That is your real name, isn't it? Not Adelaide Marchbanks.
You could have stolen it. You can't prove that you were that child, my child.
Oh, DNA testing could prove it.
What is it that you want? I haven't got any money, not much anyway.
I don't want money.
What then?
I want revenge, and that is my strong ending.
Oh, do stop. I feel so odd. My head's spinning. Too much wine. You're being horrible to me. I feel terrible.
Take some deep breaths. You'll be all right. There was a sedative in the coffee, just a little one, so that you wouldn't run away, so that you would listen to me.
But I'd listen to you anyway. Why wouldn't I? You've no right to drug me. I don't understand.
Oh, I think you do. I think you do understand. You should have listened to me when I was destitute at 16. Walking the streets, homeless, begging, the daughter of a rich and famous actress, destitute and begging.
I was at the peak of my career. I couldn't throw it all away on a mistake.
Oh, a mistake! Yes, I was a mistake. You should have had me aborted.
I don't believe in abortion.
Oh, just abandonment, I see. Very responsible, I'm sure. Well, I don't have the same scruples.
What do you mean?
I want to rid the world of you, and that's what I'm going to do.
You can't.
What's to stop me?
I'll scream. I'll get help.
No one will hear you. We're all alone. Are you scared? I hope you're scared.
Oh, please, don't hurt me.
Oh, look at you. Where's all your confidence now? Where's the famous actress? So self-assured, so self-conceited. But no, I'm not going to do it that way. I just wanted to see your reaction. I wanted to make you beg.
Oh, Judy, think about what you're doing. Think about yourself. Think about your life.
My life? When have you ever cared about my life? You never have.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand. Oh, Judy dear, you surely didn't want to kill me. You just meant to scare me. That was it, wasn't it?
You haven't worked it out yet, have you? I always meant to kill you, but it would be too quick and easy for you to die without knowing why. I would be robbed of my revenge. You see, you have to know the reason. And that is why I put the real bullet in the gun.
You killed Millie by mistake.
I not. It was all part of the plot. I had the means, the gun. I had the victim, Millie, and I had the suspect, you. Oh, God, I tried to find so many ways to keep you off the stage so that Millie took your place. And I've sabotaged the play as much as I could. And I was getting pretty desperate about things with only a week to go. And then you suffered one of your famous migraines. And my chance was presented to me. It was easy to dupe Millie. I took the gun from her in the wings in the pretext of checking it and slipped the real bullet into the breech. You see, Millie had to die, and suspicion has to fall on you.
It hasn't. I don't think it has.
Oh, it will. When they find you dead after killing yourself in a fit of remorse.
I wouldn't do that. I won't. I feel as weak as a kitten.
That's what you are, a kitten, not a cat. Now, this is a scenario. Remorse has overtaken you. You killed your best friend, whom you had never forgiven for taking your husband all those years ago. You killed her and tried to make it look as if you yourself were the victim. Then, overtaken with remorse, you decide to take the easy way out. A peaceful slumber. The best and most peaceful you will ever have. Drifting away on a pink cloud to eternity.
What is that in your hand? What is that thing?
Oh, pure heroin. It will be a peaceful death. Some people might envy you.
Don't be so stupid, you'll never get away with it.
Oh, I think I will. There's nothing to link you and me. You so cleverly covered your tracks. Why should anybody see a connection between us? Even if they do, why would I kill you? No one knows the hell my life has been, and no one knows